So in a Sambo or judo sense, we got this jacket, so let's use it. Now, we're controlling here. Now, we call this a seated rodeo ride. You know, rodeo ride, seated rodeo ride. So he's going to do this and control it. But what we're going to do here, a lot of times you're stuck, you're too close to your opponent, actually, to be able to have good mobility, to maneuver. So we're going to show that, and I can alleviate that, and get to the side and use your leg to trap as well. So let you go from there. So take a look at this. I think you'll like it.
Okay, so again, this is just your basic back-mounted arm bar, but it's got some slight details to it to make it a bit easier, especially if the guy's strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disengage one hook first, but I'm going to put it on his back hip. Okay, if you're more flexible, you can put it on his back butt cheek. Okay, but if you can't, don't worry about that. Disengage, put it right there.
Can everybody see this? Because he's going to be using this to push and manipulate Brett's body. So if you can see this where he's popping, it's almost like a foot prop in a throwing technique, okay?
Okay.
So you got to disengage it.
If I just take this out and I put it, you know, like flat, he can block that with his hand, and then I'm in trouble, okay? So first off, you know, I'm lifting up a little bit on the lapels and then bringing my elbows back, and then I put that foot right on the butt, okay? The next foot comes over here, and we've got our hip hook, just like we were going to be doing a head roll juji, okay? Then I'm just going to push a little bit with my foot on his back hip so that I get some space, okay? And then from there, I'm just going to let go and keep this underhook. And he just goes right down without me having to do anything.
It's quite efficient. Now, one thing that when you do that, push and hook again, just like that. Now watch, he's going to push back to his right rear direction here. Derek will back here. That'll give him the maneuverability, the space to move it. So he's going to scoot back. Yeah, there you go. And show how he pops back. Okay. See, say he scooted back? Okay. That's important because now he's cut the angle. Okay? So, we can go with that. And then, of course, you do it quickly, but you know, that's the setup.
One more time. So I skipped ahead a little bit there. So as soon as that foot comes through there, you get the hook first, and then you push. Otherwise, you're off balance.
I'm trapping.
Okay?
You scissor.
Okay? Let go of this right here. And then with speed.
And you notice the attacking arm, the arm that Derek was attacking, which was Brett's right, it was always up on Derek's chest. It was never down here lower on the torso. It was up here, so he had total control of it the whole time. He could finish.
In a no-gi sense, in order to achieve that, if you don't have lapels to work with, if you do, use the lapels. Like, this is such an easy way to control somebody's shoulders, okay? If you don't, what I'll do is I'll half him and I'll single wrist him. That gives me the ability to isolate this arm, and it's basically an underhook, but it's stuck there.
A wrist and a half.
Yeah. So, okay, foot comes out, hook, push, okay, let go of the wrist, and there you are.
So you're cutting the corner with a minimum of movement for you if you're Derek. And that's what we're shooting for, to get past him, to get the angle we want for the juji.
Yep.